Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing this wonderful, wonderful day? I am broadcasting around 12 a.m. my time. So, if things change when you watch this, hey, news travels fast. Let's see what's going on right now. OKC beat the Pacers in the NBA Finals. I was really hoping for the Pacers to pull up a big upset on the whole season. I mean, both the teams played well. I mean, if you talk to anybody, they were just saying that, hey, nobody really watches any of these teams. They just want good basketball, and we got 7 games in the finals, so that was good. I was just sad that Halliburton got injured. I mean, he looked like he was on pace to do well. Um, what else is going on right now? I mean, we got to talk about it. This Iran war thing, it's getting bigger and bigger. I don't know if you guys saw, but Trump basically floated off. He's been making posts on Truth Social. I mean, who's really on that? But if you are, you may have seen this. He's basically saying, make Iran great again. That's the things that he's been putting out on there. And he's been talking about possible regime change, which is not what everybody else is saying. What's his name? Pete Hegseth and Marco Rubio both said that they do not want to do a regime change in Iran. And Mr. Donald Trump said that he's open to the idea to make Iran great again. It's If we get into the regime change business, we all know where that is going. We've been there before, actually, with Afghanistan, and Iraq. We've done the regime change thing before, and it never goes well for us. If we get into, I was told that we were just gonna. I gotta pull up that clip, but there was a clip of an Israeli general basically saying that we just need America to come in and bomb Fordo and just ride off into the sunset. Israel can do the rest of it. That's literally what he said. Israeli general, and that's what everyone was assuming was going to happen. I mean, the attack. People knew it was coming. They moved all the ships from the into position way earlier, like days in advance. So it was It was coming, and the bomb happened, and I made a post that very day saying that, hey, I would really love it if we could just do the bombs and just move on. You know what I mean? Just that's it. And everyone, like Pete Hegseth and all the other military people were all saying, hey, we don't want to do a regime change. We just, gotta stop the nuclear program, and that's that. And we'll we'll negotiate peace. Which that's the funniest thing about this whole thing. They keep talking about negotiating peace. They took out the top Iranian peace negotiator, the guy that they were talking to. They took him out. It's like you're trying to buy a house. You work out all the deals with the real estate agent, and the day that you're trying to get the paperwork done and actually buy the house, you just take them out. And then you got to start over with it, and then you bring in a new real estate agent, and then you're like, hey, I really want to buy this house. And he's like, yeah, let's get a deal together. I don't know, $500,000. I'll give you this house. And I'm like, great, let's shake on it. And as you're shaking the guy's hand, you just take him out too. And you want to get another real estate agent in there. That's really what it's like. At least what I feel like, what it's like as they're talking about negotiating peace with Iran, it's like, let's negotiate peace, and they just like the guy that they're talking to. That's insane. Um, so yeah, on Truth Social, basically, Trump said we may do a regime change in Iran, and I just want to see what everyone feels about that. I feel like that's gonna take a long time. That's not a simple project. You know what I mean? You gotta have troops there. You gotta handhold everybody and make sure everything goes to plan. It's not an easy process. It's not gonna happen right away. And it seems like we're getting involved in a Israel problem, and I mean, a lot of times it has nothing to do with us, and we're gonna feel that almost right away. I mean, I believe, the Iranians are voting in. I believe it's already approved. They just haven't done it yet. The closing off the Strait of Hormuz, where most people get their oil from. China's pretty pissed about that because they get all their oil, most of their oil from there. And we'll see how gas prices go. Before there was this thing where you could blame the previous president on like any kind of consequence. Like literally, it was like anything. You could just blame the guy, at least on your first year. And we're only 5 months in. Your first year, you can blame the previous guy for everything. But this is a moment this is mine, you know? You gotta take it. It's yours. So we'll see how things shape up. I mean, at the end of the day, I really just want to hope for the best. Um, but it just seems like we're getting involved in an Israeli problem, and we're going to be spending American tax dollars, American lives for something that could be made up. I mean, it this feels a lot like, if you guys remember weapons of mass destruction. You know what I'm talking about. We went over there to find some weapons of mass destructions, and there were none to be found. We were there on intelligence provided by Israel, and we were there for a very long time. We spent lots of tax dollars. You guys know what I'm talking about. Weapons of mass destruction. We've gotten some intel. They had it. Send over the troops, and there was nothing to be found. If this Iran thing feels a lot like that. Um, Literally every time we talk about this, there's always someone in the comments that would say, "Hey, um, we can't allow Iran to have a nuclear weapons." True, very true. Um, and this is the other thing I heard. I heard that someone can fact check this, but I saw somewhere they said that Russia is saying that they can give Iran a nuclear missile or something of that nature. And I was like, I mean, I thought about this the other day too. I was like, why, why, i- if if the nuclear weaponry was the issue, I always thought, why can't they just they're buddy with Russia? Why can't they just buy one from Russia? I always thought about this before too. I'm like, why do they even bother spending so much time and research to build a bomb when Russia has a gajillion of them just sitting around? Just you can't spare one or two, Putin. Imagine you're like the Iranian like king. president, prime minister, whatever he's called. And he's like, dude, you got a whole bunch of them just sitting around. You can't just lose one for me, just drop one on the floor. I have to spend my own, funds and whatnot to build a facility deep into the mountains. Um, and okay. It's like you're going to school and your buddy, you have a homework project that you need to do. It's a research paper, and your buddy already finished his, and you're like, "Hey, can I see your paper real quick? I just want to copy down a few answers." And he's like, "No, just like just not a little bit." No, that's what it feels like when I'm like, "What?" I know it's probably internationally illegal to sell a nuclear missile or nuclear bomb, whatever. But I always wondered about that before. Why Iran Iran couldn't just get one from Russia for their buddy buddy. And well, there are talks and chatter now that that could be a possibility because the reason why everybody wants a nuclear missile is not to use them. It's just everyone uses it more as a shield. You know what I mean? It's more of a deterrent. Like I got one, I got one, and yeah, as I was saying earlier, that there's always someone that writes in the comments for anytime anybody talks about Iran and nuclear missiles and nuclear bombs or whatever, they say, we can't allow them to have one. Well, I believe Israel has one, right? Um, North Korea has one, has supposedly. I mean, I don't trust the North Korean nuclear weaponry at all. I mean, that could be a paper mache ice cream maker for all we know, but they say they got it, you know? And sometimes that's enough. Right? It's really more of a deterrent. I think they're like, oh, they're definitely gonna use them. Well, you know who else everyone said that is definitely gonna use their nuclear missile, nuclear bomb, whatever, and hasn't, is Kim Jong Un, the North Korean guy. f- I what was this, like 2, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, whatever, when they really started ramping up the North Korean. No, it was further than that. It was like 7 years ago when during Trump's first term. Do you guys remember this? They they were like saying that that Kim Jong Un guy he's unstable. He's gonna nuke everybody. Did it happen? No. He has North Korea has their nuclear paper mache ice cream maker or whatever it is. It's more so people don't come in and take them. Like just take them out. Because that's what they're afraid of. I mean, realistically, if we really wanted to, anyone really, I feel like if they really wanted to, they can come in and take North Korea anytime they wanted to. The only reason why they don't is because they're scared of North Korea launching a paper mache nuclear missile somewhere, or not even launching it, just blowing it up. Just, I mean, this is what I really feel about the North Korean paper mache nuclear missile bomb program. I don't think, right? Are you guys actually afraid of them shooting, like launching anything? I don't like. We've seen so many of their test launches that go nowhere. Like they remember they tried to like launch a what was it, the destroyer or a new battleship or whatever, and it just flopped. That's what I imagine what the North Korean missile program is gonna look like, okay? I feel like most likely scenario, if anyone ever tries to storm and take over North Korea, I feel like the most likely scenario is that they're just gonna self-detonate. The glorious leader, dear leader, will most likely just just take just take out North Korea as a whole and turn it into a barren wasteland, then have anyone come in and take it. That's what I feel like what's gonna happen. And then you have the nuclear radiation fallout spill into South Korea and Japan and then into the ocean, and it's gonna like mess everybody up. And then the winds are gonna blow radiation everywhere. That's more likely to happen than North Korea launching a missile anywhere. You know what I mean? Right? Don't you feel like that's more likely to happen? At least in North Korea's case. But to get back to the point, the Iranians really just want the nuclear missile bomb is actually to stop this from happening right here. People coming in to attack them, right? No one thinks about attacking America because they're afraid of getting nuked. You know, um, Pakistan and India, they have they have them pointing at each other, and they know that if one side does anything, buttons are getting pressed and missiles are flying. You know, so I it's more of a shield, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe we're getting off topic, but if we stick around for the regime change, um, I mean, I guess they can get. Do they? Does Iran have a KFC? That's what. Let's find out. Does Iran have a KFC? Oh my God. Okay, here we go. Let's get. We're cooking now. No, there's no official KFC in Iran, but there were brief periods where a restaurant called KFC Halal opened in Tehran, which was quickly shut down because it was not an authentic KFC franchise and has no affiliation with Yum Brands, the parent company of KFC. There you go. Here we go. Regime change. I'm back on board, guys. I'm back on board on the regime change wagon. Iran needs to have a KFC. If you guys remember, when we did the regime change in Afghanistan, first brands to come in there was KFC. KFC or like the trailblazer in fast food brands in other countries, conflict countries, we would call them, right? So Iran does not have a KFC. Imagine, okay, okay. You know how there's always talks about deep secret government organizations, the Illuminati. I can't even do the symbol, or else they're gonna. Well, if you do the symbol online, they're gonna you summon them. The Illuminati. Um, Imagine if the Illuminati was actually just KFC, and the the colonel is in his KFC bucket bunker, and he's Mr. Burnsing it up, you know, and he's looking at the world map, and he goes, "There's a KFC in every country except for in Iran," and the colonel cannot have that. Is there McDonald's in Iran? That's the next thing we gotta go. Is there a McDonald's? Oh, look at that! It's the first thing that pops up. No, no, no. There's no McDonald's in Iran. While McDonald's did have presence in Iran before 1979, Islamic Revolution, it was banned due to political tensions. Oh my goodness, we got it. Nailed it. I nailed it. I nailed it. Regime change is happening in Iran. They don't have a McDonald's. They don't have a KFC. They need a McDonald's. They need a KFC. Do they have a Starbucks? Whoa. The Illuminati is coming together. Is there a Starbucks? Oh, when I type in Starbucks like that, before when I typed in, is there a McDonald's? And then it filled in Iran. I type in Starbucks and it fills in North Korea. All right. Is there Star? No, there's no Starbucks in Iran. Down the street from my house, they just opened another Starbucks, and This Starbucks actually took over a Pete's Coffee, and when the Pete's Coffee actually took over a mom and pop coffee shop. So when I was so sad to see the mom and pop coffee shop get taken over by Pete's Coffee, and I was like, okay, well, whatever. At least it's you get some consistency of a franchise. But coffee is coffee, whatever. And then I saw the Pete's Coffee get eaten by Starbucks. Crazy. Anyways, let's see. Starbucks operates in the Middle East with its partnership of the Ashhala Group, but the partnership does not include Iran. Their Middle Eastern operations include Bahrain, Egypt, Jordan, Kuwait, Lebanon, Morocco, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and UAE. Interesting. Okay, there you go. We got it. Regime change is coming. They don't have a Starbucks. They don't have a KFC. They don't have a McDonald's. The true Illuminati, the fast foodies, are coming into Iran. We do the regime change. We install the fast food, and we kill them slowly. Imagine if RFK gets KFC into Iran, and that's how he fixes the American food system by pumping it out to the other countries of the world. Anyways, um, I'll leave it at that. Like I said before, I just really hope we don't do this regime change. It's gonna be so tiresome just to get them a Starbucks, a KFC, a McDonald's. It's right. What does the American people get out of this? Nothing. We get nothing. Congratulations. What did you win? Nothing.